Your immune system manufactures an acid that disintegrates bacteria in milliseconds. This molecule has existed inside the human body for millions of years, yet nobody could bottle it until the year 2000.
Hypochlorous acid wants to die. Thermodynamically unstable, it degrades spontaneously and reacts with everything it touches. Bottling HOCl means engineering a controlled slow-motion explosion inside a sealed container and forcing it to hold.
Hypochlorous acid is not a cosmetic invention. It is a biological weapon. When neutrophils detect a pathogen, they trigger an oxidative burst, a controlled biochemical detonation producing HOCl via the enzyme myeloperoxidase. The standard reduction potential of HOCl is plus 1.48 volts, among the most powerful oxidizing agents deployable on living tissue, more aggressive than hydrogen peroxide, synthesized inside your own immune cells. But here is where it turns. This molecule is metastable. Left alone in pure water, HOCl spontaneously dismutates, 3 molecules collapsing into chlorate, chloride, and acid. The most powerful immune oxidant continuously destroys itself. Expose HOCl to ultraviolet light, and the OCl bond breaks homolytically, generating radicals annihilating the molecule within hours. The sunlit shelf holding your vitamin C serum will empty an HOCl solution before evening. HOC is the most bactericidal molecule deployable on living tissue and also incapable of surviving a single week in a bottle without precision engineering. The weapon and its container are the same engineering problem. Yet this suicidal molecule achieves something no synthetic antimicrobial has ever replicated. Being electrically neutral at physiological pH, it passes freely through the negatively charged membranes of bacteria, membranes designed to repel everything ionic. Inside Cutibacterium acnes, HOCl oxidizes the cysteine residues of glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase, the enzyme powering bacterial energy metabolism. The oxidation is irreversible. The bacterium cannot produce ATP. What follows is not damage, it is shut down. C. acnes evolved in the oxygen-free sebaceous follicle, carrying no high-capacity catalase, no oxidative repair system, optimized for an environment where HOCl does not exist. That optimization is now its death sentence. Human keratinocytes survive because they evolved on the surface, oxygen-rich and UV-exposed. The epidermis maintains catalase, glutathione peroxidase, and a high GSH ratio. HOCl is neutralized before it reaches a single viable cell. Now consider the formulator's nightmare. HOCl oxidizes proteins, lipids, amino acids, botanical extracts, and every organic polymer in classical cosmetics instantly and irreversibly. Every cosmetic ingredient is a direct threat to this molecule's survival. No emulsion, no serum, no hyaluronic acid, no carbomer, no fragrance. HOCl destroys every one on contact. A product claiming to deliver HOCl inside an enriched formula is not innovative. It is chemically illiterate. The only viable matrix is a chemical void, ultra-pure water, controlled pH, inorganic packaging. But the water itself threatens. Trace iron and copper catalyze the Fenton reaction, destroying HOCl into free radicals within days. The water requires reverse osmosis and extreme deionization. Chelating agents like EDTA are forbidden. Organic molecules, HOCl, would oxidize before they could protect it. The void-shielding HOCl cannot contain what HOCl would destroy. The packaging must be opaque. Photolysis destroys the molecule.
Every surface the solution contacts is a reaction site. Caps, seals, polymer grade, all engineering variables. This container is not packaging, it is armor.
Two manufacturers face the same molecule, the same constraints, and reach different conclusions. The difference between them is not visible on the packaging. It is written in the IN key. Here's how to read it. Two solutions to the same engineering problem are about to reveal themselves. Subscribe now. Every week, CosmetoScope applies the same methodology to a new ingredient and delivers the verdict the marketing will never give. Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Spray contains hypochlorous acid, the same molecule your neutrophils produce, the same pK, the same reduction potential, the same bacterial target. Biologically, it is the real thing. Tower 28 uses brine electrolysis. Electric current passes through a sodium chloride solution. Chloride ions oxidize at the anode to generate HOCl. The conversion is inherently incomplete. Unreacted sodium chloride remains by fundamental chemistry. INKI: water, sodium chloride, hypochlorous acid. 3 ingredients. The sodium chloride is a manufacturing residue, a known byproduct of electrolysis, not an added active. It is the trace the process leaves behind. The second solution is Clinisept Plus Skin. 3 ingredients: water, phosphoric acid, sodium hypochlorite. No sodium chloride in the list. A fundamentally different pathway. Controlled acidification, not electrolysis. The absence of one ingredient changes everything. Sodium hypochlorite plus phosphoric acid yields hypochlorous acid and sodium dihydrogen phosphate. 0 sodium chloride generated. Phosphoric acid then acts as a buffer, anchoring the solution between pH 4.0 and 4.5. Phosphoric acid performs 2 roles: conversion reagent and integrated pH stabilizer, not added after the fact, built into the production chemistry itself. The matrix is designed to leave nothing behind but the active molecule. Both products contain the same HOCl molecule. Identical pKa, identical mechanism, identical bacterial target. The competition was never between 2 molecules. It was between 2 decisions about what to leave behind in the matrix. Medical-grade HOCl imposes endotoxin limits below 0.25 EU per milliliter and cytotoxic chloride levels in parts per million. On open wounds and diabetic ulcers, every matrix impurity is a clinical variable. Clinisept Plus applies to cosmetic skin the purity standard of medical tissue, not because intact skin demands it, but because engineering out every variable is the only guarantee the active molecule alone reaches your skin. Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray contains residual salt, not a poison, a marker. It documents the engineering compromise accepted for cosmetic-grade use on intact skin, visible in plain text in the INK. HOCl does not sterilize skin, it prunes it. Staphylococcus epidermidis is aerotolerant with functional catalase. It survives a fraction of the oxidative attack. C. acnes with no catalase and no repair capacity does not. Total sterilization is impossible. Commensal bacteria reside deep in the pilosebaceous canal. HOCl has a short half-life on contact with organic matter, consumed and reduced to chloride ions within minutes. The follicle always persists. Twice-daily application holds surface pathogen load below the quorum sensing threshold, the density bacteria need to trigger inflammation. The recolonization cycle from follicular reservoirs takes 6 to 12 hours. The rhythm is not arbitrary. When HOCl is done, it disappears, converting to water and chloride ions. No toxic residue, no persistent antimicrobial pressure,
No selective pressure favoring resistant strains. Unlike triclosan or ammonium compounds, it leaves no signature.
Consider what this means for the products examined. HOCl exits clean. What does not exit clean is whatever the manufacturing process left in the matrix, and that is where these two solutions finally diverge.
How do you bottle a molecule that wants to die? A void, ultra-pure water, controlled pH, inorganic matrix, opaque armor. Both products built this void. What separates them is the purity of that void. The verdict is simple. Both manufacturers bottled the same molecule. What separates them is the engineering decision surrounding it, readable in the inky, invisible in the marketing. You now know how to read it.
Clinisept Plus Skin, Zero Ionic Residue, Integrated Phosphoric Acid Buffer, Medical-Grade Matricial Purity applied to cosmetic skin. For intensive twice-daily use on compromised, acne-prone, or post-procedure skin, it is the more defensible engineering choice.
Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray works for intermittent use on robust skin. Its residue is documented in the inky. Its pH is correct. Its molecule is identical. It delivers what it claims.
The elite formulator builds not a product, but a void. What the process leaves inside that void is the engineering signature. Not on the label, in the inky. You now know how to read it.
Every cosmetic product hides an engineering decision inside its inky. Some only become visible when you know what to look for. The next CosmetoScope analysis will find another. Same methodology, same precision, zero compromise.
The science does not lie. The label sometimes does. CosmetoScope exists in the gap between the two, where an inky list, read correctly, becomes the most reliable document in your skincare routine.